one bridges is in Manhattan that you could go to Brooklyn, Queens, or whatever. So I can't give anything away, but he's like the main investigator of a crime that happened. And if you guys want to give a good watch, sit down with your girlfriend or even just by yourself and drink a beer too. Watch this movie. You definitely have a good time. It will keep you in the edge of your seat because you try to figure out like, oh, why they did this and he's investigating this and these cops is pretty good. It's called 21 Bridges. Let me take a sip of this Captain Lawrence beer to that movie. I finished watching on Netflix this documentary called The Pharmicist. Pretty good. Four episodes. Starts off with this gentleman who is a pharmacist in a town in New Orleans. And his son happens to get murdered. And he starts investigating, gets questions and answers. He has questions, he gets answers. He becomes like a private eye. But he's a pharmacist. He no lie, he solves his own son's murder. He got most of the answers that the detectives couldn't get. He got. Then from there, he went to investigate something else. He just needed something to do, and he started investigating something else that was happening in his hometown. And he got some answers. FBI was involved. DEA. It was a pretty good documentary. As of now, I do not know why I'm watching this. I must be weird, but I'm watching this thing called I Am a Killer. And it's about inmates who are in death row. And they're talking about what they did. And they know they're going to die, but they're just talking about the crimes that they committed. Some of the way they're talking, they show you their part, then they're interviewing other people that were involved, and they go from there. So it's been pretty good documentary so far. I've only seen 3 episodes so far.
Of which one?
Is this documentary called I Am a Killer?
Oh, it's on Netflix. Oh, okay.
I was just telling the Chuleta world that I watched one called The Pharmacist.
How was Netflix. That? Motherfucking shit, people.
That's a pretty good one too. It's only 4 episodes. I suggest you watch that. It goes quick. It's nothing like Don't Fuck with Cats.
Yeah.
But this one is more about deals with drugs and his son being killed, and he does the investigation and he gets more answers than the cops. It took him like a year and a half to close that case because he was the one that got all the answers, and then he stopped that, and he needed something to do, so he went back to work. But then he started investigating something else that was happening in his hometown.
Holy smokes!
And he's just a pharmacist at a local pharmacy, but he was getting answers. He was recording. You could hear on the phone conversations. They go, "Oh, Danny, we're talking, but you're not recording me, right?" He goes, no. And he's recording the conversation.
God damn.
The FBI knew who he was because he was always calling them. It was pretty good. He got the other case also investigated, the one he was doing. So is that The Pharmacist, I'm a Killer. I was talking about The Sinner season 3, which started.
Oh yeah, I need to watch that.
It was on Thursday. All 3 seasons have nothing to do with each other. Same cop, but each season talks about what the detective did the last season. It's like a 1 second.
Yeah, it's kind of like American Horror Story. With one guy being the main guy.
And this one looks like it's gonna already. This one started with a bang. It's gonna be good. And then the movie 21 Bridges with the dude from Black Panther, which has been pretty good. Well, I saw it. It was a good movie.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. Yesterday we started watching Her.
Oh, that's what Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, we didn't finish it, but yeah. The only other show that I could say that kind of documentary is the MacMillions on HBO.
That started?
Yeah, that started. But it's like every Sunday. But the first episode was real good. Very interesting. They even HBO, what they do is they have a podcast. But you gotta listen to it like on HBO, I think.
Oh,
because I couldn't find it on Stitcher, but I found it like as soon as like instead of doing the after show like they do for Power, they just do it as a podcast.
Okay.
So then it was interesting, like some of the shit that didn't make the first episode and some of the investigative work with the FBI, which was cool. That was good. I started watching something. It's based on Apple TV. It's called Servant. It's from M. Shai Hadnight, whatever's his name.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah, that guy. So he's the one that did it. I watched the first, I think 3 episodes. They're not. That's what I like about the Apple ones. They're like similar, like to like 33 minutes, 34. They're not long, and basically, it's based on a couple. They hire like a babysitter to live with them, but the babysitter is like a little bit religious. Still don't know where it's going with that, but she prays. She's young. She's like 19 years old.
Yeah.
But in the house, they have like a fake baby. The baby looks real, but it's fake. So it kind of reminds me of a Black Mirror episode.
Yeah.
So the baby's fake, but the wife is still like, then like as the servant starts, the husband, he drinks a lot. Like he tells the girl, listen. He basically breaks it down that the reason the baby's fake is because I kind of understood it. The wife didn't know how to grasp of it. I think the baby died.
Okay.
At some point. So that's the reason why that the baby's dead and all this stuff. So he goes, you don't really have to do nothing because like the wife gives her like chores to do with the baby.
Yeah.
And he's like, you don't have to do nothing, like you don't just do nothing, right?
Is this a show or a documentary?
It's a show.
Oh.
So you're like, okay, whatever. So you're like, it's a little bit weird because the little girl's like, oh, I'm gonna take her out for a walk. And I'm like, maybe she seems a little bit weird too. I'm like, she's not getting. I'm like, that's clearly a fake baby. It looks real, but it's fake. So I'm like, whatever. Then I just know at one point something happened that the girl, she left to run errands or something.
Yeah.
And she told the dad, like, she goes, I'm gonna do this. Stay the baby. And he's just like, yeah, whatever the fuck. And she left the baby monitor, and the baby monitor here crying.
Whoa.
So he's like, what the fuck? So then the baby is now alive. So he's spazzing out because he's like, what the fuck? But then everybody else, like the wife is like normal. And so is the young girl. Unless she did something or whatever. But so that's what I'm up to. So I don't know what's going on, but it seems pretty interesting.
Where's this on? Apple TV?
Yeah, it's called Servant. Because I think Apple only has like 4 shows. It has the C. It has the C show. It has the
Jennifer Aniston one.
The morning one, and then then there's like 2 more. But yeah, it's pretty interesting, and they're not long. They're like, but if you don't have you could get those Cineflix or whatever those shits on Fire Stick, so you can watch them. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. So I watched that, and that's been pretty much it for shows. I've been trying to. Speaking of shows, tomorrow, the last episode of Power.
Finally.
So yeah,
we get to see who fucking killed Ghost.
So who do you think?
Oh man, nobody killed Ghost. It's all fake. He was sleeping.
Well, I mean, after this episode, it's gonna go straight into the next show.
Yeah.
And that next show's not starting soon, right? Okay.
It's called Power 2, Book 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's gonna start off 48 hours after the whole thing that happens tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever happens tomorrow, the new show's gonna start 48 hours later. So who knows we might see. Because I said I wasn't going to talk about this show until this last episode. So, next episode of our podcast, I am going to ruin it for everybody. So, I hope you guys watch it. Because I'm not going to say spoiler. I'm just going to go, here it is. This is what I think. This is what happened. So, episode 99, people. I don't know if it's going to be in the beginning. I don't know if it's going to be in the middle of the podcast or towards the end. I'm just going to keep you guessing. Like that, you know to fast forward to what I got to say. Hopefully it's like an hour episode, but I've got a feeling because it's the last one, it's probably going to be an hour and a half.
You think they're going to give it tonight?
I don't know. If
the good thing is my girl's actually off tomorrow, so I can actually see it with her.
I'm waking up early. You know my style. I wake up early. Shameless, I don't have to watch because it's done.
I still got 2 episodes.
The only other show that I've been watching, and I got to rewatch like 3 episodes because my girl's mad that I've watched them, is The Outsider. That show's been interesting. It started off as if it was like a true detective, but then it started coming out with some magic, or I don't know what the hell it is. But it's a Stephen King book. So once I read that, then I knew, okay, this is no longer one of these true detective things. This is now, it gets into the whole horror style that we got to do. Other than that, I got no more TV shows. As of now, I know like The Flash and all that I do watch. Any shows or movies that you could think of?
Just the ones I just mentioned. The MacMillions one is good. It's about McDonald's and the whole Monopoly game and how there was a big fraud to it. So that one is good. Outsiders is outside I'm watching as well. The last few episodes has been a little bit confusing for me because I'm not truly following it. But I'm sure it's gonna get more interesting as it goes on.
The last episode I watched, the new girl that they got helping them, she's already found out there's a trail. Mm-hmm. So we started off at this little town. Then she figured out that he went to another town, and it started there. There was a murder there also.
Okay.
Then so I didn't even know that trailed all the way to New York. So you know the black guy that killed himself in jail?
Yes.
He met a girl in New York. Mm-hmm. Somehow, she's in jail, also in New York, for the same thing for killing either... How did it start? Did they kill 1 kid or 2?
I remember 1 kid.
1 kid.
Yeah.
Then the whole family starts dying because they're all grieving and mad. Mm-hmm. So, if you watch episode 4, there's 2 guys in the bar, and there's an old man that comes in, and he goes... Are you this? He's like, yeah, I'm the father. And you are? I'm the uncle. And he goes, I'm the grandfather of the person she killed. And he goes, bang, bang. And then he kills himself in the bar.
Yeah.
So it's like a trickle. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's almost like a wave that, you started here and then it starts trickling.
Yeah.
So that black girl's finding out that it just didn't start here. It's all the way, she's in New York now. Figuring out like how 2 people that said they met, she got his DNA, and then that black dude got that. It's like somebody's in between all this.
Oh,
so,
man.
So far it's been good. I like the show so far.
I like the show. I just haven't been fully paying attention and stuff, but no, it's a great show. I mean, other than that, there isn't like Shameless. I've been trying to catch up. There hasn't really been any new. The ones I want to watch is the one that Al mentioned. What's the name of it? The 3rd season. Sinner, because I've seen the ads like by my job and stuff. So that's like one I'm like, I gotta watch. Yeah, man, and then that's been pretty much it. I know, like, for people who watch Homeland, that's coming back. What else is coming back? I think that Westworld is coming back. Yeah, so.
This Thursday, if you guys do watch Narcos, season 3's coming. No, season 2.
Mexico. Which I'm going to download so I can watch in the plane.
That comes out Thursday.
Yup. I'm going to try not to, like, watch it so I can just watch it in the plane.
I can't wait. Thursday, I'm going to binge watch that shit.
Yeah.
What else is coming out? There's a new show on Netflix called lock